Buenos dias! So I have already primed with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And you guys know I'm going to go in with my Lay and Low Paint Pot by MAC. So today we are going to be trying out some new products. I have heard from a few of you and you said that you want to see some first impression videos, and I feel like at some point I was doing those, but I just stopped because I'm trying not to open so many new things. But the jury has spoken and it's very early still, and I'm having my cafe. All right, so today we're going to be using the Huda Beauty baking powder and banana. And we are also going to be using the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. My shade is 3.15. And the Huda Beauty Concealer. So I'm going to start off first by shaking this foundation up because I don't know. I've never used this. Alright guys, so I'm going to take this Instylish sponge. I've been using this every day since I got it. This is how much I'm taking of the foundation, and that's because I've heard that it's like super full coverage, which I can see already. And I'm going to see how this blends out with a sponge and see if I would rather use this with a brush. So I would say that half pump gave me, I was gonna say half coverage. It gave me medium coverage. So I'm going to take a little bit more. I would say this is probably what you need to do your entire face. So I'm going to take just a little bit of that and then finish adding coverage where I want it, and then go in and do this side. This side we're going to use a brush. And we'll see, which I think I already know what I'm going to prefer. Okay, so I'm seeing that it's not like really catching here on the inside of my nose, like my nostril. I don't know why, but we'll try it with a brush on that side. This is a MAC 170 brush. So I'm taking just a little bit more to build coverage on this side, but what I'm seeing is that this sets quickly and it feels a little thick, but it shears out as you blend it without sacrificing coverage, because as you guys can see, it really spreads well. I don't know that I'm really going to be a fan of this. We'll see once I set it, but right now I feel like it's I don't know, like I can still see that I have on foundation. I like when foundation isn't detectable. Like obviously I have on makeup, right? And obviously I have on foundation, but in this case, like there's just, I'm not a fan of like really thick formulas. So it's raining today in Chicago, which is why I have my hair up. And I used to do this all the time back in the day. It just makes your ponytail look a little bit more different. So honestly, I'm finding that both sides look the same. Like I don't think one side needed, I don't think that one side looks better than the other, but I did tell you guys that this didn't really sit very well on my nose. This side was fine, but the other side with the sponge just felt like it needed a little bit more pushing. All right, so we'll see how this looks. I feel like as it's drying down, it looks thinner on the skin, like it isn't as detectable as it was originally, so maybe there's hope. All right, so now I'm gonna take Granola Concealer, and just so you guys know, I've already primed my eyelids with Lay and Low Paint Pot. All right, I can tell you right now, I am digging the applicator. It's so cool, it feels good. I like the color. As you guys can see, it's a little bit bright without being obviously bright. So far, so good. I'm gonna take my sponge. Actually, let's use this side. And let's blend this bad girl in. Oh, hello. Wow. Alright guys, so I'm really impressed with how this sheared out and blended. This looks so good. I'm going to add just a little bit more and see what it looks like when I blend it with my finger. I really like this color. I can see this becoming one of my favorite concealers. It's good. We'll see how it wears, but it's very thin. It looks really natural. It doesn't enhance any lines or textures. Not that I have like a ton of lines under my eyes, but I do have some. And it's not sitting in any of them, and it looks very smooth. Oh my gosh, I really like this. Okay, so I'm going to take the banana powder and I'm going to use my sponge. Okay, I think she might have either removed the fragrance or really toned it down, because this doesn't smell. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if she toned it down, because people were saying the same thing, that it's a good powder, but it was overly fragranced. Maybe that's why we got it in gratis. All right, I can ride with this. So I'm gonna just dip a brush in here, and I'm just going to use that to set the rest of my, oh, there it is. It does have a little bit of fragrance, but I'm telling you guys, it's not anywhere near what it used to be. Like, this doesn't bother me. This, like, okay, I can smell the fragrance, but I'm not choking on it. When I first bought this product, I bought it, guys. It was so heavily fragranced that I was legit choking. Alright guys, I am back with my bake on, eyebrows on, mascara on. So I am going to take this RMS Beauty Cream Highlighter. I actually already played with this, and I can tell you that I was really impressed. I was really impressed with how it looked and how it went on the skin and how it stayed on. As you guys can tell, my foundation is a little light. I'm sorry. As you guys can tell, my foundation is a little darker just based on the color of my hands. I'm going to take my foundation brush and just blend this out a little bit, because I think since I have on the powder, it's looking a little patchy. So we're going to have to go over it. I've used this, but I don't think I've ever used it on top of like freshly powdered makeup. So I'm going to take a brush. I'm going to mix the 3 of these. This is Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm just going to apply that. I think I'm going to take more of the bronze shade, because where I applied the RMS Beauty highlighter, it looks really white. I would say that product would work best with either before powdering your face, which I've done that, and also with like makeup that you've already been in for a few hours. Like, it looks pretty, but right now, because I have freshly applied powder, it's looking really intense. I'm just going to use some of my Evian water, and then let's see if we can blend this out, because I don't like when my highlighter looks that bright. I'm not that girl. Like, I like it to be more of a gold, or I like it to look more natural. So now I'm going to take this NARS palette. Let's gush for a minute. I sound like my son. And these palettes are hard to open. I'm going to take this light brown shade, and this is a Wayne Goss brush, and I'm going to start applying that color to the crease. I'm going to take a little bit of that brown and also add that to the crease. I'm keeping this look really simple today because I'm going to be trying out some lipsticks for you guys, and I don't want the eye to mess that look up. I don't want the eyes to mess up any of the lipstick. Alright guys, so my battery died, and for my lips I used Laura Mercier Natural Lip Pencil, and I used JK Magic by Charlotte Tilbury. Love the way this looks. So just to kind of bring this back to more of a goldy life, I'm going to take this Hustle palette by NARS. It's part of their holiday collection, and I'm going to dip into that gold shade. Yeah, this highlighter is intense today, guys. And then I'm going to dip into this like peachy blush. So I have on my cheeks as my bronzer, I used one of the contour shades from the Luminous Air palette. And then I used Warm Honey blush by Cover FX. But I want something that's going to just kind of tone this highlighter down, which is why I'm going into this palette. And this is more comfortable for me. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. Very simple and easy. And Huda, I can ride with you. This is not heavily fragranced. I can't smell it anymore. I used to be able to smell it even after I applied it and let it sit. So I'm happy that this was toned down a bit because I really do enjoy the actual product. This concealer is fantastic. I love, love, love the concealer. No complaints. It set beautifully. It gave me coverage. It wasn't heavy. It felt comfortable. I love the applicator. The foundation, guys, I'm actually very surprised by, because as you guys know, I was not feeling it initially because I felt like it looked like I had on foundation, but it sets down to a full-blown matte. You don't even detect it anymore. And then once you powder it, it just looks like beautiful matte skin. If you're not a fan of really matte skin, you're not gonna like this because it is very much a matte formula. So I feel like with the foundation, if you're an oily skin, you're really gonna love this. If you're dry, you're maybe not going to like it as much. You'd have to mix it. This is very full coverage. It is a heavier foundation than what I typically go for. Like, you normally don't really see like the actual foundation on my skin, but I can tell that I have on probably more coverage than I typically wear, but it is a really great foundation. And I used the Dose of Colors gel liner in Extra Baggage as my liner today, and this is a deep chocolate brown, and I have used this before. This is what I'm going to tell you. I love the color. I love how it sets down to a really deep chocolate matte, but this product is very thick. As you guys can see there, it looks like there's fudge in here. And it is a product that isn't creamy or smooth, and it will tug and skip on the lid. It just takes a little bit more practice, time, and patience to really get this to look smooth and even. But I will tell you guys, it is a great product. It wears really well, and you won't have any issues with it like transferring. It sits, so I love it. The NARS palettes are great. I think they're fantastic products. I've always enjoyed their highlighting palettes, and their shadow is actually really great quality in this palette. Some of them can be a little iffy, but I have no complaints with these. These are beautiful products, and I have really been enjoying them. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below letting me know what some of your recommendations are for upcoming videos. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.